Well, hello, everybody. How are you doing? BeckyRaney here, and I'm delighted to bring to you an amazing class today regarding dogs and cats and how essential oils can support our little furry friends. And so, thank you for joining me and taking a look at this recording. And doTERRA has a whole veterinary panel, and I pulled some of this information out of a living magazine, which doTERRA publishes every quarter or every 6 months. And there's so many amazing articles in this magazine. You can actually find this on the back office on the doTERRA United States website and just download a PDF if you would like. There's so many fun articles, and I forget to keep going to this book. It's just fun. Here's an article that I came across with one of the veterinary people that are on the panel for doTERRA, and she was talking about how dogs truly are man's best friend, right? You've heard this over and over again, and they are unconditional love. They are always looking ways to help and support us, and they just seem like they have this other sense of understanding who we are. And so it's up to us. It's very important. I mean, we use essential oils for our family and for our kids and for our loved ones. Why not be using them for our pets? Third, here's some of the veterinary advisory board. Dr. Janik Rourke wrote a book, and I have it right here. This book is a wonderful book on different recipes and different things for pets. And so this book, I will be pulling some of the recipes for you to be looking at and enjoying for your pets. Here's the book here. She has different versions too. This is a an older, oh, this one is by Sky Patterson. This one's by Janik Rourke. So there's lots of really good information out there. Okay, so which essential oils are safe for pets? Now, that's a big question because sometimes I think that it really depends on the animal, right? You can use essential oils for chickens. You can use essential oils for birds. A lot of people I know have pets like parakeets and stuff, and they get lice and different things. So, depending on the animal, you're going to want to be very careful and test them. One of the best ways is to take the oils and keep the lids on and just have the pet come up to the oils and smell them. If you keep the lids on, there's also an energy that these oils have, and the pet will know if they're wanting it or not. Now, as a human, have you ever gone to your oil bag and go, what oil do I want today? And for some reason, you reach out for one oil. That is the energy that's pulling us to that oil. And it's the same thing that pets will actually do too. Unsafe are these oils tend to be pretty hot, and they just have some properties in them that the pets can't process like we can. These oils are very safe. There's a lot of oils actually that are very safe. And then here's some oils that are considered hot, like hot oils, meaning we need to dilute them to put on our skin. And so you always want to kind of be mindful of maybe the size of the pet, the skin issues, or different things like that that's going on with the animal. So we always like to have you be cautious, uh, do little steps at a time to be sure that that animal is going to be okay with that oil. So dogs and cats, of course, are a little bit different. So oils not to recommend for dogs. We'll start with dogs first. Wintergreen, um, and it also is not an oil to take internally. Isn't that interesting for humans? Because it does irritate the gut. Now, if you took it internally, it's not going to kill you, right? But it's just a very hot oil. Tea tree may cause lethargy, loss of hind leg control, and vomiting or fever. So this one here, definitely do not use tea tree on animals. Now, I was talking to my sister, and she was having to deal with flea issues, and she just reached for tea tree and was giving her dog a bath with tea tree, and it didn't hurt him, but at the same time, here's some of the symptoms that has been known to affect some of the animals, so we want to be mindful of that. So tea tree is definitely not one for pets. Now, clove, it can be diluted. Maybe if the pet is dealing with toothaches or tooth infections, dilute it, maybe for oil surgery pain or something like that. Oregano, you know, uh, This one here again is a very hot oil. Deep blue you don't want to use because some of the properties in that and so on. Okay, so maybe take a screenshot of this. Now, what if I don't know what an essential oil is to use? Again, like I just was saying, take these oils, put them out, and have the animal smell them. And if you really, really just really don't know and not sure, reach for frankincense. Just like us with humans, we like to use frankincense. With in doubt, frankincense is the oil to work with. Here are some safety tips. So, aromatically, did you know that dogs' sense of smell is like so much more than humans. Like I knew that, but this is a huge thing to realize that we can only smell some things. They can smell a million more things than we can. And so you want to keep the room well ventilated if you're using a diffuser so they can leave the room, have the door open. Um, Pay attention as a pet if there are signs of discomfort, such as breathing rate, salivating, squinting, or any other behaviors. If there is a sign, turn off the diffuser, open the window, and air out the space. Topical application. For some animals, we got like all different sizes of animals. We've got kittens, kitties, we've got puppies, big dogs, little dogs, dogs that can fit in purses, and dogs that can barely fit on the chair of a house. My sister has a big dog, and it sits next to her on the couch, and it takes up a whole person space. It's crazy. But recipes for small animals, you want to use 1 to 2% dilution. So 1 drop to 100 drops of like fractionated coconut oil. Yeah, that much. These oils are really potent. And I always kind of like to remember to tell people when you're cooking with oregano, you want to just use the toothpick, right? And it still is so strong. So remember, these are super potent. So maybe you even want to use a toothpick to dilute it in some fractionated coconut oil before you put on the animal. 2% dilution, mix 2 drops of essential oil with a 5 ml or 1 teaspoon of carrier oil. Recipes for larger animals, 3 to 5% dilution. Again, 5 ml bottle, put 3 drops of essential oil. So save these old oil bottles. They're really great to have. Label it safe for dogs, safe for cats, or something like that. And make their own little oil stations so that you know that those are the oils for your puppy. So again, you can use these oils on pregnant puppies or pregnant dogs or puppies. And so just be mindful again of the dilution and what's going on with the animal. Okay. Now, here's some safety tips to keep in mind internally. Do not use the doTERRA On Guard toothpaste to brush your teeth. You can't, want to stay away from xylitol, which is an ingredient, it's toxic for dogs and cats and can cause serious liver damage. So, essential oil beadlets also have that. So, be sure to be mindful to stay away from that. You can consider digestive enzymes, and when they come to India, that's something to keep in mind. The PB Assist is also in the powder form here in the United States. You can use omega-3 fish oils. Now, here's something that's in India right now. The DDR Prime and the Zendocrine are healthy for the pets. Never put oils on the ear canals, the eyes, or the genitals. Um, Use care when applying to the pet's face, nose, and eyes. It may be too overwhelming. A good place you can put the oils are on the paws, and they love some dogs don't like to have their paws touched, but most of them do. So do not apply oils if they don't. They tend to lick that too, and that's okay. So be sure if it's an oil that you're using that will be internal safe, okay? Again, don't forget to dilute the oils and look at the different ones that you can apply. Neat means to apply without dilution, means that you still want to apply with dilution for the animals. Avoid open wounds. Now, we have had some people work with the Correct-X or the healing salve. That's a really powerful product that you can use for if the dog gets or cat gets cut or has something going on there. Now, here's some recipes. So the insect repellent, powerful, powerful product, TerraShield, lemongrass, arbor vitae, or cedarwood. Make 40 drops and put in a 15 ml bottle. Now, I would dilute that a little bit more when you're first getting started, and maybe you don't use a roller bottle. Maybe put it in a spray bottle, and then that way you can spray it on your hand and just pet it really easy. It's just a little bit easier application. You can also diffuse this if you feel like there's a lot of fleas or something going on. Okay, arthritis and joint pain. So, frankincense and peppermint, super helpful. And turmeric is also another one. Copaiba is also another one you can use for joint pain. And I would consider them taking that internally as well. You can actually, copaiba doesn't really have a taste, and it's a CBD property. And this one you can maybe put in some of the pet food and have them eat it that way. So also consider the DDR Prime essential oil. That is really great to mix in the food too. Now, pets have allergies too. I've seen them sneeze and sneeze, So go ahead and consider the allergy blend, which is a lemon, lavender, and peppermint, equal parts of each. And maybe put that one in a 15 ml bottle. And I would do maybe 10 drops of each and finish the rest off with fractionated coconut oil. And then if you have serious allergies, make sure to use a Zendocrine detoxification blend. Seriously, a lot of allergies come from a bad gut. And so I would also take a look at the gut and use the digestion oil. I think just like humans, the gut is the gateway to the rest of the body. So if the dog is itching a lot, don't just address the skin issues. Go to the root cause as well and do the endocrine detoxification blend, as well as the digestion, and then the lavender, lemon, and peppermint. So here in the United States, we have a 4th of July event where there's fireworks going off. And I think in India, I'm not sure if you guys can set off fireworks, maybe the New Year's time, things like that. But fireworks are freaking out the animals. They're horrible. So we always talk about different things you can use for the animals. Put them in a dark room, like in your closet or in a carrier. Put the oils with them. Make sure that they're soothed. Um, and safe. They want to be in a safe place. And we always like to consider you giving them a crate training so that they know that the crate is a safe place for them. And training them when they're little puppies to go into a crate is really important. Have a nice, comfortable blanket in there or a towel. And you can put on the towel the lavender oil or the Roman chamomile, serenity, any of these oils to help them. You can also consider diffusing. There's also something called the Thunder shirt, which is like a big hug. So you can wrap the puppy, the dog in that Thunder shirt. I don't know if they have them in India, but just maybe put a shirt on them or something like that so that they can smell you or something too. It's really important. Okay, now let's jump over to kitties. Oils not recommended for cat use. Now, there's a lot more here for oils that are not good for cats. Some citrus oils are very toxic. Their body can't process them. So, they're sensitive to high levels of phenols and ketones, which are in citrus oils. So be sure to avoid citrus oils. You don't want to result in a toxic overload or something like that because their metabolism doesn't work with that. Again, many of these oils too that are similar with the puppies, so maybe take a screenshot of this. Okay. Now, safety tips, you again always leave a door open. Cats want to move around. They want to, if they don't like that smell, just let them leave the room. It's not going to be um, a bad thing, right? We have a diffuser running in the pantry where we keep the cat box. And so we have a diffuser going there periodically because sometimes it can get a little stinky in there. So you never want to diffuse more than 3 drops. And just like dogs, be aware of how they're responding to the oils and whatnot. I have a fun little recipe. I want to go back to that cat box that we put in baking soda and we put some drops of Easy Air and Aromatouch in that. And that is a nice way to shake up that baking soda and then you can sprinkle that in the cat box too. Okay. Allergies for cats, again, it's the same thing, but don't use the lemon oil. Use lemongrass, lavender, and frankincense. See how the recipe is different? And then also consider the gut situation. You can put 1 drop, so put it in a bottle like this, dilute it more than you would with the dog, and then you can put 1 drop on the chest and 1 drop on the front paw so the cat can lick it off. In the ear, cats tend to get ear infections and mites. And I know one of our kitties got that at one time. And so we made a potion, had a lot of fractionated coconut oil. We did 15 drops of lavender, 15 drops of frankincense. I actually think this recipe is too strong. Back it off and do maybe 10 drops or 5 drops, depending on the size of the cat. Put it in a bottle and then take a Q-tip and you can just rub on the outside of the ear and take a dry Q-tip and get in the side of the ear. Don't go far. You guys, don't go far. This is dangerous. Don't put the oils inside the canal. Stay away from that, but use a Q-tip to try to just get the dirt and the grime out of there. And then the oil sitting here will help that. That's what we did with our cat, and it worked amazing. So just like us, we have so many recipes, right, that you can find and research and helping your animal and your pet, your furry little thing, to live a healthy lifestyle so they can be with you as long as they can and going through and looking at their nutrition and digestion. How are they sleeping? Now, my cat sleeps 20 hours a day, so I don't know about that, but are they getting exercise, going out and walking your pet, making sure they're getting some good exercise, getting some fresh air? And that they're eating healthy. So we're going to go into and what do you think your pet's priorities are? And sit down and think about what you're using now for them. Do you take them to the vet periodically and so on? So how to get started. If you're not a member of doTERRA right now, we have 2 different types of membership. We have the wholesale membership, which gives you 25% off the essential oils, which is incredible, right? 25% off retail. And there's also a program that you can join. It's additional, and you can join that and get deeper discounts by ordering every month with doTERRA. And each month you order, you'll get product credit points back to get free product. And this is really important. You also can get a free product of the month if you're a part of the loyalty rewards program and you order by the 15th. And I will go into that a little bit more. Also, if you decide to be, maybe these oils are pretty awesome and I want to share them with other people and maybe earn a little side income, then becoming a doTERRA wellness advocate is what we recommend. And you can receive commissions by sharing these oils with others, and you get all the benefits of a wholesale customer too. Here's the loyalty reward program. The loyalty reward program rewards you for being loyal. So maybe you get started with your first kit and that's your welcome kit. Then maybe you decide the next month you want to start ordering something else and something else each month. You can join anytime. You click on a button and you become a loyalty reward program member. And between month one and month two and month three, you get 10% back on product credit points on things you order. Month 4, 5, and 6, you get 15% back. Month 7, 8, and 9, you get 20% back. Month 10, 11, and 12, you get 25% back. And month 13 and beyond, you get 30% back in product credit points. So this is above and beyond the 25% wholesale membership. So this is incredible. You're getting almost like 55% back in benefits of using these oils. You guys, these oils, we talk about the loyalty reward program and ordering every month so that you can budget it out and also you can take advantage of this program. I recommend that people order at least 50 PV every month. You don't need to order 100 PV unless you're doing the business, because being ordering 100 PV, that's when you receive commissions and you're investing in your business, right? But if you're a wellness customer and you want to, a wholesale customer, and you want to be getting advantage of all these things and you're on a budget, this is the best way to do it. And also, if you're really interested in the product of the month, take a look on the first of the month what the products are on the website. And maybe you might want to order 125 PV to get that free product of the month. Now, here are some of the kits that you can get started with doTERRA. A lot of people like to customize their own kit, or we have a small entry type kits that you can get started with. Um, but for your animals and for your family, I recommend at least starting with the Healthy Experience Kit. This kit has the 10 most popular essential oils that you're going to want to use for your pets and your family. And it's incredible. You can also add on a diffuser for a small amount. And this comes with these little stickers that you can put on these little bottles and do different things like this. So you can tell what the bottles are. For some reason, they don't have them on the top of the bottles, but very powerful. And then this is the Home Essentials Kit. Now, what's the difference? These are the same 10 most popular oils, but they're in a 15 ml bottle. And a 15 ml bottle, you get 250 drops, whereas the kit prior is 5 ml and you get 85 drops. So it's a big difference in how many drops you get. You're getting 3 times more oil for just half the price or twice the price. So it's a better way to purchase these oils. Now, this kit comes with lavender, lemon, and peppermint, like for the allergy support. It also has tea tree, oregano, and frankincense. Now remember, tea tree is not recommended for pets. Oregano, you really want to dilute and be mindful. Also, the digestion does work for pets. The doTERRA On Guard is incredible. And Deep Blue is not recommended for pets, but amazing for people. So if you tend to, I love to rub it on the bottom of my feet and so on. Okay, so to get started today, reach out to the person who shared this video with you. And if you're not a member yet, please talk to them and they'll show you how to get your own wholesale membership. And we would love to help you get started as soon as possible. Why wait? This is so incredible. This will change your world. I promise you. And once you get your kit, we want to be able to help you with a wellness consult. So you're going to want to schedule that as well with the person invited you to be sure you remember how to use these oils. They can show you how to make different potions and things for you and your family and your furry one. And you're going to want to use these products daily to help build up your immune system, help with your digestive support, help with your sleep. This is a daily lifestyle habit. I have so many people who come to me and talk to me about, Becky, I've got stage 4 cancer. I don't know how I got it, but what can you do with me to help me with the oils? And we need to prevent that from happening or really do our best to build up our immune system and be proactive. Now, I can't guarantee that you won't get cancer or anything like that, but I'm telling you, my mom, she's 83 and she uses the oils daily and she's not on any medications. And it's really important to think about how powerful these oils are for giving you energy, giving you your best life. And I can't speak more than, I mean, it's just incredible. Now, here is a way that you can look up different ways to use the oils. It's an app that you can download on your phone. There's a cost to it. This app is not associated with doTERRA. One of our upline has gone through and wrote this app and put it together, so we have resources available for us. doTERRA's FDA not supposed to give us too many protocols and stuff. They have to follow the FDA rules. So we have this tool and I recommend you downloading it. It's incredible. It has testimonies on it. There's a lot of really great stuff on there and it never charges you again. And it will update when there's new products and things like that automatically. So this is my favorite. I love this app because of the testimonies and stuff like that. Now, as you join doTERRA, there's a lot of social media, a lot of different apps that you can go through and follow. Make sure you're keeping up to date on the most recent promotions and BOGOs and different things that are coming up, the oil of the month and what's discounted and so on. I also have a doTERRA members onboarding community, and this is something that we like to help our members join and follow along on what is going on within our own team's response. So, anyhow, I'm here to support you in any way. And if you're deciding you'd like to learn more about building the business, I'm telling you, this is an incredible opportunity, and I'd love to talk with you more about it. Um, and just reach out to me, reach out to the person who invited you, and we can invite you to another call that will talk more about the business opportunity and how you can make money quickly and get started with this journey. A lot of people do it just to help pay for their oils every month. Other people do it to maybe pay for their rent in their house or their mortgage or their car loan. Other people do it for like supporting the family and saving money for college for your kids and so on. This is an incredible opportunity. The way you want to do this is the way we will meet you. And I was never ever going to do this business. I had so many people come to my print shop and say, "You need to do network marketing, Becky." And I'm like, "No, I have a real business. I'm working really hard on this. This is my residual income in my business." But I didn't know and understand really having a side gig, how valuable that is to be able to help support you monthly on having the things you want in your life. So, anyway, I just wanted to thank you for joining me today. I hope this was a valuable class, and I wanted to keep it to a short half hour and look forward to hearing any of your questions that you have. Give me a like on this video if you have not subscribed to my channel. Please do. And thank you for the love. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you.